What's up, gentlemen? So if you're 25 years of age or older and you're still single, I need you to stop and watch this video because I'm going to potentially change your dating life. More men than ever in today's world are choosing to stay single for a variety of different reasons, whether or not it's cheaper because when you start dating, it is a little bit expensive, right? Or maybe they're working on their career. They want to focus there so that they can set themselves up to be in a better position a little bit later on. Or maybe it's the access to free the access to easy, casual hookups. All right, that is something that is very different than when I was growing up, right? If I wanted to get some ass, I needed to go out and work for it. I needed to know somebody. I needed to call somebody up and be like, yo, girl, what you doing? You're looking amazing. Why don't we go out and I'll take you out for a pizza, right? Boom, exactly. Nowadays, it's like you take out your phone, a few swipes, and you hook up with someone. Even if that somebody isn't like amazing, you're still getting your action. For a while, this works, right? It's cool, and you can be delusional and think that I don't really want somebody that's awesome. Right? But at some point, you're gonna wake up, you're gonna be the only one that's single. All your friends at around the age of 25, 26, 27, they're starting to meet somebody, they're getting married, they're having kids, you never see them again. And then you're the guy that they're always like trying to set up with their friends or their girlfriend's friends or their wife's friends. Like everybody starts trying to set you up with their friends, their cousins, their weird Uncle Barry's brothers, sisters, girlfriends, ex-wife. I'm telling you, it gets crazy. And then one day you're just like, you know what? This is ridiculous. I don't want to be single anymore. Or maybe you don't want to be single right now. Maybe it's come to the point where you're like, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but something is not working. Today, guys, I'm going to talk about what's not working and how to fix it. So first up, let's talk about why you're still single. There are 3 reasons that are the most common why I see a lot of guys still being single when they're in their 20s, 30s, 40s. Number 1, you're not putting yourself out there. All right? You got to get out there. You got to go put yourself in a position to get lucky. And by getting lucky, I mean meeting somebody by chance, by accident, or on purpose. If you're going to sit home playing video games, petting your cat, it's not going to put you in a position to meet the person that you want to meet. All right? The dating apps, I think, are a recipe for disaster. We'll talk about those a little bit later, but I really feel like they make a lot of guys feel worse about themselves as opposed to better. The second reason why a lot of guys are still single is they self-sabotage, right? They're too picky or they make excuses to why they don't want to meet someone. Fear of rejection. That's another one that is huge, right? A lot of guys would rather make an excuse to, oh, I don't even want to be dating somebody awesome and amazing and get like sex on a regular basis. That's not interesting to me, right? No. Most guys will make excuses because they don't want to be rejected or they don't want to put themselves out there. Once again, you got to put yourself out there. Or confidence. That's another thing. A lot of guys lack the confidence to actually approach a person and talk to them and try to actually make conversation and get that whole action going, right? And that's one of the downsides of COVID, right? It made us feel more comfortable being alone, being at home, and being isolated. Men also nowadays feel more isolated like never before. You've got to push your boundaries. You've got to get outside of your comfort zones if you expect to ever get that regular action. The third reason that I really feel like a lot of guys are single is a lack of options. If you're a spicy girl, right, you're going to have a lot of dudes hitting you up, trying to slide into your DMs and your panties. Well, if you're a dude, right, and you're a good dude, if you're an average or an attractive looking guy, or even if you're not super attractive, right, what's out there? A lot of the girls that are coming up to you or being attracted to you or swiping or connecting to you aren't necessarily up to your standards or what you're looking for. They might be good enough for now, but they're not good long term. The reason why I feel like it's hard for men in today's world to date is basically unrealistic dating expectations, right? There are a lot of dating pitfalls, right? The social media and the apps that are out there for dating, like I said earlier in the video, I feel like it makes you feel worse. It's more of like a trap almost, right? It's something that you can use to kind of like facilitate or fill in the gaps, but there's nothing quite like going out there and actually engaging and meeting people in the real world. The other reality is that a lot of the people that you're finding on these apps have hooked up with a lot of people. And in my opinion, the casual hookup culture is something else that's really hurting our society, not to mention the mentality of men, not to mention our bodies, because STDs are on the rise because of how many people are just going around being sluts. Gentlemen, don't be a slut. Have higher expectations. The other reality is that when you meet somebody on an app, you in the back of your head are thinking, how many other dudes, but you're special. You're not special. You know that. I mean, you are special, but you're not truly special. She does this to everybody, and you should know that, right? Which leads a lot of guys to a fear of commitment. You're like, I don't want to necessarily get locked down with you. You're also not really somebody that I can see myself committing to long term. You don't want to date somebody that's been with 5,700 dudes, and she doesn't want to be with a dude that's been with 5,700 women. So have a little restraint and don't whore around. That's my recommendation to you. The other reality is that social media has caused us to have unrealistic expectations, right? We see all these super happy couples that aren't super happy, but they're posting it, and you think, oh, that's what my relationship is supposed to look like. Or if my girlfriend doesn't look like that and she's not running around in a thong all the time making me muffins, then something's wrong. Take it from me. That's not reality. They want you to think it's reality. They want you to think it's their reality. It's not their reality. They have fights, they have issues, and that girl that you see that's super spicy bacon muffins is probably a little bit loco. Anyway, here's the deal. The reality is if you want to be in a position to actually attract more than chase, you've got to make you the priority, and that's really what I want to focus on. Like I said in the beginning of this video, there is an opportunity for you to become unstoppable in terms of professional, personal, but also relationship-wise. The next thing we're going to go over is kind of how to make you the prize and how to make her chase you so that you have the selection and the pick of the spiciest of senoritas. Wouldn't it be amazing if you were just attracting super high quality, amazing women that weren't like super promiscuous? The answer is yes, that would be amazing. How are you going to do it? You're going to make you the prize. Step number one is start taking better care of yourself. All right. If your grooming is out of whack, you're not going to attract high quality people. If your style is not good, or you're wearing dirty clothes, or clothes that just aren't in style, or your shoes are nasty, gentlemen, you're not going to attract the high quality ones. You got to make sure that you are putting in the effort to look good. Looking good matters. You got to make sure your grooming is straight, your style is straight. Your oral hygiene game also should be strong because I want you smiling. If you're not smiling at people, there's zero chance that you're going to be able to make a great first impression. Your body language also, that's another thing that I see that blows my mind. So many guys are walking around looking at their phone or have weak body language or weak posture or weak handshake or don't look people in the eye. It's a birthmark. Workout. I'm not even going to get into it because I always get into it, but workout, you need to start taking care of your body. Go to the gym, work out, do something good for your body every single day. Also your diet. That's another thing that is a lot of times overlooked when it comes to attraction. One of the things that you can do to really feel great and look good is improve your diet. Also, stop doing all the self-destructive things. Stop smoking. Stop smoking. Whether or not it's this stuff or this stuff, nicotine or the other stuff, stop it. It's not good for you. It also makes you lazy and it makes you stupid. All right? It does. It also lowers your testosterone and sperm count and all sorts of bad stuff. It also makes big L's smaller because the nicotine is a vasoconstrictor. It doesn't do anything good. And alcohol. Get it under control. If you're somebody that's binge drinking and if you're going out and always like going to the bar and thinking that you're going to meet that perfect person for you there, it's not going to happen. All right, you got to do better than that. If you want to attract somebody that's high quality, you need to be high quality. Finances, let's get them straight. It's time. Now is the time to get your shit together. All right, it means get a job. If you don't have a job, why would anybody want to be with you? You've got to make yourself somebody that is desirable. And if you're lazy, if you're not doing anything with your life, if you're not motivated, or you're not going out and trying, it doesn't mean you've got to be amazing now or have a bunch of money or drive a Lambo or something super nice, but it does mean that you've got to have a plan. You've got to be taking actionable steps. And it's not just talking. That's not just the actionable step that you need. It's about execution. The universe rewards people that actually take action. That's the missing component. Motivation, it's fleeting, right? You're going to be motivated for a second, but people that develop discipline, that basically have a bigger, stronger purpose, these are the people that truly succeed. These are also the people that are super attractive. It's amazing. When you actually get out of your own way and you stop trying to chase and being desperate and simpy and always looking at porn, like these are the things that honestly make you like super unattractive. Even if you can't tell that it makes you less desirable, it's like this weird like energy that you throw off. If you want to instantly be like more attractive, stop watching the movies. I'm telling you, it's powerful. It also is going to make you more motivated to go out and actually do and meet people. Because one of the things I can tell you from experience is that when you watch a lot of the movies and you're doing things to your Big Al, it makes you less motivated. You're not as excited to go out and do whatever because you're like, whatever. I'll just go sit at home, do my thing, go get a pizza. It's easier. I don't have to try. But when you stop, it's almost like the sexual energy and tension builds up and makes you more motivated to go out and do shit. Backing up for a second to money and finances. Here's one of the things. A lot of men make the excuse that I don't want to start dating now because I haven't made it. When I make it, that's when everything's good and that's when I'm going to basically meet the woman of my dreams. No, it's kind of bullshit. All right. You can meet the woman of your dreams right now being broke, but it's going to be better if you have a plan and if you have a job and if you basically have a budget. You don't need to spend a lot of money to date somebody. That's one of the other misconceptions. Just because you see a lot of people on social media flashing a lot of cash, doing a lot of amazing things, doesn't mean that that's what she expects. She is looking for an amazing guy. You happen to be that guy. You just got to get out of your own way. The reality is that 25 is kind of that age where things start to change. Expectations change, all right? Our friends change. Our family starts putting a little bit of pressure. The other thing I just need you to understand is it doesn't matter what society says. It doesn't matter what your parents say or what your friends say. If you don't want to date somebody and it's not right for you, don't. Don't let anybody talk you into marrying somebody that you shouldn't marry. And if you're dating somebody currently and they're not right, you got to feel it. If it's not right in your gut, you've got to listen to it. Because if you marry or are with somebody for a long time that's not right, you're going to waste her time and your time. I don't want either of those things to happen. I want you to meet the person that you're supposed to be with. But the other thing you got to understand is that relationships are hard. If you expect it to always be roses and BJs, you will be mistaken. It takes work, it takes effort. But you, if you're up for the job, if you're up for the challenge, will make it happen. You're amazing. Now, go out there and find her.